Okay, we'll be going live in 2 minutes. March, be ready. Okay. Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Strings Masterclass of the Summer Out There 2021 International Music Festival. We are live now at the MSJO YouTube channel, and we welcome our teacher for our masterclass this afternoon, Maestro Eliseo Benvenido.
No, good afternoon. May I start now?
Good afternoon, March.
For this
Okay.
afternoon, we have Maestro Eliseo Benvenuti, Italian violinist, pianist, composer, and arranger. Maestro Alessio Benvenuti has studied with some of the great artists and teachers of the last century, such as Henrik Schering with the Oogie, with Dorothy DeLay at the Juilliard School of Music and Drama in New York, and obtained his postgraduate diploma in advanced performances at the Royal College of Music in London, studying violin with Maestro Yuri Gisling. In 2019, he was guest conductor and soloist of the Manila Symphony Junior Orchestra in Vivaldi's Four Seasons and L'Estro Armonico held at the Ayala Museum. And for this afternoon, we have March Checa to be performing Bach Partita number 2, Jake. Ladies and gentlemen, Maestro Alessio Benvenuti with March Checa.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon, Maestro. How are you?
I'm fine. Very nice to see you. Okay. Good morning to the one following from Italy. I don't know how much people. It's 8 a.m. in Italy still.
Oh, so early.
Yeah.
Here, I
So
think
we
it's
just enjoy your
2
playing
p.m.
and
Yeah.
try to give you some good advances. Can you please check the audio of March? There is some problem.
Pardon?
There is some problems on the audio.
With the audio?
Yeah, there is some lot of scratches from the microphone. Yeah.
How is my audio, Maestro? Is it good?
It's good. It's good, but there is some feedback. I don't know what is this.
I see.
Okay, now let's try again.
Okay.
It's very nice. I didn't stop you because it was really enjoyable playing. I just find this a little bit too fast. I mean, I understand it's a dance, like in the style of partitas, but I find a little bit fast. And if you play this too fast, you will avoid some problems, but you will create a little bit more problems. So, you know, jig is a really typical dancing style. Maybe the clearer dancing style on the partitas, and is coming from England, from Ireland, from Celtic music. Actually, is just a very ancient style. People were used to play with, of course, not with violin, but it's a really traditional style. And so there is two ways of playing this piece, and there is also two ways to play Bach. Actually, there is 1,000 ways, but I cannot explain you in 45 minutes. Okay, there is really the basic ways is the slow one and the very fast one. Very fast one, what is the risk if you play a very fast jig, or anyway if you play very fast Bach, like I listen many people playing very fast fugues, and I think it's a big mistake, because you will I told you, you will avoid some problems, because okay, you will really make people dancing because it's a dance, but sometimes I find this a little bit out of style. Don't forget, this is still Baroque music, and it's supposed to be played in Baroque style. So you need to realize that first of all, the tuning of the violin was different.
Yes.
The string of the violin were different. There is no shoulder rest, there is no nothing in the violin. And there was my teacher, Henry Schering says, you must imagine these people wearing big dresses in the 17th century or 18th century, and even if you can imagine these people wearing this dress, you cannot imagine these people dancing or playing too fast. So it's really impossible. They were playing fast, and unless this is not a virtuoso piece. I listened to many times like. But this is not. First of all, it's not the style.
Yeah.
Second, if you play like this, people cannot dance. Absolutely. So you must. You need any good imagination. I will take this tempo. It's my tempo actually, but I think it's the middle version. Is between the fast and the slow. It's not so fast, it's not so slow, but it's a comfortable tempo. This one. Then, when you play the beginning, it's called okay. Just play the beginning, okay, in this new tempo.
Okay.
Okay, don't play too much staccato. You don't need. The third note is too short. Don't give timing to yourself. Don't give timing to yourself. You're coming from the end of G. From the you're coming from the actually. If you play this sonata, you will come from the end of Saraband.
Saraband, yes.
Yeah. You come from this actually. You just need. Okay, now don't push so much. You will miss really the feeling of light dance. And even if you play too fast, you will miss the harmonical meaning of Bach, because you need to think also in the structure of the piece, in the harmonic way. So this is D minor. So there is an history that Bach is not the one. He's not supposed to write these sonatas and partitas for violin actually, but he was thinking on harpsichord or organ. So even if you play a solo melody, you need to think about accompaniment. You must imagine there is an accompaniment, so you also need to think harmonically, starting the D minor, but then it's already a C, B flat, A. So if you think harmonical, you should think also on modulation. On modulation, chord changing, D minor, A minor, B flat, something like this. You need to think about a sequence of chords. So you also let the people understand this movement of sonata is the fastest one. After there is Chacon, before Saraband, two slow movements.
Yeah.
But if you play Saraband, for example, or if you play Chacon, is clear, because it's all chords, all melody is there, even the harmonical harmonical chords and everything is there, but if you play first movement, the second one, or jig, you must let the people understand what you're doing, even harmonically thing. So make a small. I don't say small slowing down every time you play, because then the tempo will go. But this note is very important. The end of scale. Okay, and play nicer. Don't play too. Don't play so strong. It's really the jig is the real movement of the partition. Okay, one more time at the beginning. Imagine the direction here. Taram pam param tin tam is going is going somewhere. Taram pam param, direction of the sound. You can imagine if you don't have to play, but imagine a small crescendo when the melody is going up, and the opposite when the harmony is going down. So this one is supposed to go somewhere. It's going up, down. It's again going. So, okay, one more time, and slower. Don't play so fast. Timpam. Separate the first two. The only separate note is the first one. Tampara, tantin. This is an upbeat. Pampara, tantin.
Sorry.
It's okay.
No.
Don't need to play by memory.
I'll start from the beginning,
This
Maestro.
is really an upbeat. Tampara, small breathing. Tampara, tantin, tantin, tantin. This is second section. First section is this one. And first section. Then this is already second. This is a second idea of some kind of melody here. Okay, so timpana, pampana, so play different. Play into two different ways. The first one you can play a little bit more aggressive, tamparam, pam, tirantata, introduction, rhythmical, and then elegant, more elegant, a little bit. And then you have the reprise of the. So listen, check your A. That's how it's supposed to play. No, no, don't tune your violin. So even if you have the feeling of this is not really the real intonation, it's supposed to be a little bit lower, but if you have this. You listen, the vibration of the string is softer. In this place, if you change the accent, you will really feel the jig. Can you go to this place a few bars before? Is,
There, Maestro.
if you give accent every 2 notes, you have a feeling. If you give the accent every 3 notes, you will have the feeling of the jig. Like. Or. It's like really, it's like a how do you call this? You know the Irish music, no? This is a jig also. So from that part. No audio now. No sound. I don't know. There's no sound sometimes from your. It's okay. It's okay. Let's go on. It's working, but sometimes it's like mute. Yeah, in this part, try to move the accent every 3 notes. Try to move. That's the idea. If you play. Or. You really have the feeling of the jig like this, but don't play like this because they will kick out you from every competition in this world. So, sorry, one more time beginning. The idea is very good actually.
From this part again, Maestro.
Yeah, beginning of first part, then we move to second.
From the very beginning, Maestro.
Yes, please.
Oh.
Don't forget this direction at the beginning. Direction. When you go down, you prepare the second. And go down again. with the notes. Careful with some notes. Careful with some notes. This. Some small tune mistakes. Sorry, I will mute my audio, I will tune the violin.
Okay.
Carefully, this is minor. G minor. G minor arpeggio. Da, 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 da. Make an echo the second time. Make an echo the second time. When you have two things the same, one after the other, don't never play the same thing. A little bit. You can decide also to play the first piano and the second time forte, but play the opposite exactly.
Oh.
Okay, one more time straight from there. Then, less. Going down. The atmosphere is going down. So a little bit less. Same place. When you play three tie notes, and then the three in the bow, don't make some accent like because sometimes it's like you make accent in the last note most of the time. Okay. Don't make any accent in the last of the six notes. Sometimes the accents go in there. A few bars before it's enough. 2 or 3 bars before.
Should I start from?
No. A few bars before the place we stop.
All right.
2 or 3 bars before it's enough. Comfortable place for you to start.
Right.
Okay, this is the place. When you play ta-ra-ti-ta, ti-ta, ta-ra-ti-ta, ti-ta. Don't make accent in the higher notes because naturally sounds already more than the other notes. So don't make an extra accent on the high notes. Same place. Then we skip to second part. You should have 3 hours lesson, not 45 minutes. It's not enough. Same place. Second part. Second part. And this part now you start a little bit less. It's a major tune. A major is happy tune. You can start lighter the second part. First part is in minor you can really. Second part you can. It's something different than the first. It's like the first time. Ta-da-da, with the scales. Ta-da-da-da-da-dum. Okay, you don't need to play like this long, but
Yes.
the idea of the bass notes. Less take it diminuendo here. And this part da-da-di-da-da-di-da. The next part is very calm. Da-da-di-da-da-di-da-da-da-di-da-da. So basic the idea is this. Change moods. It's also up to your feeling in the moment. If you are angry, you play a little bit more angry. If you are calm, you play relax. This is really up to you. Because if you I don't know what edition you use. Maybe you Urtext or Baron
Yes,
Writer.
Baron Writer.
But if you look at the back score, there is nothing in the score. There is just a forte in the beginning, and then it's like saying, okay, you play as you like this piece. There's just one forte, and there is almost not even tie notes or something like this. So you can do really everything you want at the end. That's the biggest mystery of Bach. But I will give you an advice, then I let you play one more time beginning to the end without repeats. And you check it out, the back manuscript
Okay.
of this. You have this one?
I do not have the manuscript, but I
Okay,
have the
but
Ortex.
for sure you can find, but the first edition of manuscript, not the second edition, because the second
Okay.
one is the one copied from Anna Maria Magdalene back wife. So the second copy is really not the authentic one. But if you look at the original score and the original handwrite of Bach, you will see over the 16 or sometimes over the 8 notes, there is some lines that sometimes are very straight or very straight in every direction, but sometimes the line is not really perfect straight. It's like doing something like this, or it's like this, the line over the notes. It's like the indication of there is still some practicing on this kind of stuff, but it's kind of the idea of what Bach really wants. Okay, so if, for example, if it's straight, you play tam param pam param pam pam tira tira ta. But for example, in this ta 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 ta, is doing some lines that you will see. Check the manuscript. You will realize that it's not always straight lines. It's something like this. Especially if you look at the adagios or these long melodies with this long fioritura, you will see it's really different, the handwriting. So check it out. Okay. Okay. Just I will let you play beginning to the end with no repeats, and then I think we are unfortunately done for this lesson.
Okay, Maestro.
Sorry, that's not the point to start this piece. Don't start in the point.
Ah, okay.
Don't start in this part. It's better. It's really better to start. A little bit down, a little bit more close to the frog. Yeah, not too much, but don't go there because here you don't have weight in this part. Here you will start properly.
Oh, sorry. Let me start from the beginning.
Okay, it's okay. Don't worry about note. Okay, the last note, not so long, and you make this kind of big slowing down at the end only if you play this movement like last movement.
Ah, okay.
If you need to start the chaconne, you will make it not too much. But if you play like okay, this is my encore for the concert, you can do it. But the last note not so long because it's supposed to be just three eighths note. Okay, find your colors on this piece, your own colors. Then, if you like this speed, it's okay. If you want to play a little bit faster, it's up to you. You are still very young. I'm already 40, almost 45, and I start playing slowly. And but in the last 20 years, I realized that sometimes if I play a little bit slower, I enjoy more what I'm playing. So if you play, you don't need to play fast this piece because it's not a virtuoso. It's not virtuoso. It's not Paganini or it's not Vieniavsky or Bazzini or Tartini. Not even Tartini. It's Bach. So you need to imagine this piece. You are in a big church with the big acoustic. So if we and then with the reverber of the church, you will you will really feel the notes is like returning to you in your ear with the circle. You still playing tam param pam param, and in the last part of the church, your notes is still tam param pam param is still there. So if you play a little bit slower, you have really the time. You leave the time to the notes to return to your ear, and you should try. You go to Manila Cathedral, this
Okay.
big church. You play in the middle of the church, and you play a little, not slower, really slower. Pam param pam piram pam pam. You will listen all the notes; they return to your ears. Exactly, and then at the end of the piece is like this is like a Bach miracle. I don't know what's happening. Then at the end of the piece, even if you play 1,000 notes, at the end of the piece, in the last note, you will feel all the notes of the piece is coming perfectly to that note, and it's like a tampa, ram pam pam ram pam. It's going far from each other, and then returning to the end of the piece. Tira da da di da di da 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 di da pam. You play, and the notes they are already like this. Kind of miracle of Bach music. Anyway, very happy I see you again, and
Thank you so much, Maestro.
just keep on doing. I'm sure you're doing great. Really, I'm very happy for you. Thank you so much. Hope
Thank
to see you soon.
you.
Really, I'm very happy for you. Thank you so much.
Thank
Hope to see you soon.
you.
Thank you, Maestro Alessio, and thank you also, March, for that wonderful masterclass.
Thank you. Happy to see you
See
again.
you again very
Thank you
soon.
po.
I will see you in
Thank you, everyone.
yes 1 hour. Yeah.
And bye for Maestro Alessio, and thank you also, March, for that wonderful masterclass.
Thank you. Happy to see you
See
again.
you again very
Thank you
soon.
po.
I will see you in
Thank you,
yes
everyone.
1 hour. Yeah.
And bye for Maestro Alessio, and thank you also, March, for that wonderful masterclass.
Thank you. Happy to see you
See
again.
you again very soon.
I will see you in yes 1 hour. Yeah.
And bye for Maestro Alessio, and thank you also, March.
Hi, Lia Nicole. Antayin lang natin si Sir Dio, ha?
Okay po.
Hi, Lia Nicole. Antayin lang natin si Sir Dio, ha?
Okay po.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Strings Masterclass of the Summer Out There 2021 International Music Festival. And we are still live at the MSJO YouTube channel. And for this afternoon, we'd like to welcome our teacher, Mr. Dio Saraza Jr.
Hello.
Hi, Teacher Dio.
Hello. Hello, everyone.
Yeah, I'd like to introduce you first.
Okay.
Okay. Diomedes Saraza Jr. received both his Bachelor of Music and Master of Music degree from the Juilliard School in 2015. During his time at Juilliard, Mr. Saraza was the recipient of the Irene Diamond Graduate Fellowship, Ruth Katzman Scholarship, Juilliard Alumni Scholarship, and the CV Star Scholarship. He also served as Assistant Concertmaster of Juilliard Orchestra and Juilliard Lab Orchestra. In 2015, Mr. Saraza was accepted to pursue Master of Musical Arts degree at Yale University. Today, Mr. Saraza is an avid educator on top of being a performer. He is a graduate professor of St. Scholastica's College and violin faculty of the Manila Symphony Junior Orchestra in cooperation with Standard Insurance's Pursuit for Excellence program. And for this afternoon, we have Lian Dioneda, who will be playing Mozart Violin Concerto Number 3 in G major, first movement. Welcome, Lian.
Do I start already?
Hi, okay, you can start the masterclass.
All right. Lian, can you hear me?
Yes po.
Okay. Okay, well, first of all, how old are you and sino teacher mo?
I just turned 20 po and my teacher is teacher Sarah Maria Gonzalez.
Okay. All right. All right, very good. Okay, first of all, do you like this piece? Is that a trick question? Hindi man trick question, no? Okay. Do you like this piece? Okay. So, I think one of the things when you're playing Mozart, and sa mga listeners natin dyan ngayon, is that elegance. Always have that elegance, right? And do you have a pen and paper there? Ready, Lian?
I'll get
I'll give you a minute. Sige. Okay? Okay na? Alright. So, write this down muna. Brain, hand, and heart. Okay? So, I won't go too much into detail kasi mauubos yung time natin doon. But that's the three components. Yan ang holy trinity of musicianship. Right? The balance of brain, hand, and heart. You need to make sure na balance yan. So, brain, in short, is basically, it's all about the music, all about the composer. You can write this down. So, brain is all about the composer. All about the dynamics, yung mga nakasulat sa pyesa. Right? And then, hand relates to technique. Okay? And then, underhand, you can put left, right, and posture. Sa column ng hand. Basically, lahat yan technique. Technique. Okay? And then, heart is basically, it's all about me. Heart is what I feel about this music. Oh my God, this is such a beautiful piece. Yung interpretation ko dito, ganito. Okay? So now, I always use these three things to find out what kind of a musician is someone playing for me. And also, I use it for myself, right? To, when I watch myself, kahit na sometimes I don't really like watching myself playing the violin. I just, that's my way of reviewing myself. Okay? So right now, I want to focus on hand for now. Hand is your technique. Okay? So, under the hand is left and right and posture, right? And then, for the left hand, you can put shifting, hand frame, and vibrato. And then for the right hand is basically bow distribution, bow speed, bow pressure. Okay. Syempre marami pa yan, but we'll talk about that later. And then, sa posture is basically breathing and yun nga, yung posture. The way you're standing, the way you're holding your violin, the way you're moving with the violin. Okay? Ang moving the violin, hindi lang yan basta-basta gumagalaw, right? It's with the rhythm and the tempo. Okay? Now that we have those, okay? When you diagnose yourself, okay? Diagnose. When you look at yourself, watch yourself, and record yourself, pay attention to how you're using your left and right hand. So sa left hand, remember shifting? Remember vibrato? Remember. Okay, so now, going back to your performance, you had some good moments with the sound you were producing, but I was waiting for a little bit more vibrato. Okay? A bit more vibrato. And then the right hand, make sure, full bow. You paid for the full bow, so you use the entire bow. Okay? So, marami akong nakikita. Pandemic din to sa pagiging violinista. Okay? Marami akong nakikita na dito, hanggang dito lang sila lagi. No. The secret is to really go here. This is like extra 20% of your bow. Okay? So now, let's apply this to playing. Okay? Of course, I don't want to just lecture. Okay? I want to actually use this for you in your playing. Okay? So can you start again without accompaniment? Start the beginning. And then we'll go from there. Okay, so let's talk about it, how you started it. Okay? Posture mo. Okay? Posture is not bad, but violin can be a little bit higher. And also when you play for me, yung scroll mo kailangan nandito. Kita ko yung sounding point. Okay? Don't do this. Make sure you do this. Okay. So, posture needs to be a little bit higher. Violin, confidence, and then breathe. You need to breathe. So, I'm breathing. Quick description. Ang breathing relates to tempo and rhythm. Okay? Hindi ka magbe-breathe ng ganito. No. Right? So it's related to the tempo. So 2 pam pa taram. It can be in 4 1 2 3 and pam pam. So, how I would cue it. You always have to cue whenever you start. Okay? 1 2 3 and pag maganda yung breathing mo, you set up yourself for success. Meaning, you set up yourself for good character and good tempo right away. Okay, so now, put your violin up again and let me see your sounding point. Make sure your scroll is this way. Yes. And then, try to count. 1, 2, 3, and. And then, malalaman mo na nag-cue ka is yung scroll mo. Kailangan may movement. Okay? May konting movement. And kailangan in tempo. Can you start with that? That's not bad. Okay? That's not bad. Okay? And then another thing that you have to keep in mind when you're giving a cue is the character of what you're trying to play. So, anong character nito? Happy, sad. Pick. Happy or sad? Happy or sad? Happy, diba? Okay, so, okay. Our mind is so powerful that you need to know what you want and kailangan meron kang facilities para ma-translate kung anong nasa isip mo. So, right now, I want you to think happy and tempo na ganito. So, kailangan yung cue mo happy rin. Huwag kang mag-cue ng medyo ng lungkot. So, 1, 2, 3. May konting confidence. A little bit sprightly. Bright. Think of bright colors. Okay? Can you try it again? Bravo! Okay? That's much better. Okay? Now, keep that in mind. Keep that. Yung posture na yan. Write it down if you want. And then now, let's focus on your right hand. Now, right hand. Masyadong basag yung tunog mo. I know we have a mic, minsan basag talaga yung tunog online. But, I want you to really take control of your right hand. So, we use this, the grip. Very powerful. This thing. Okay, itong grip na to. Okay, so I want you to have a little bit of resistance pag nag-down bow ka. You don't need to use too much bow and too much pressure. Make sure it's light. When I say elegant, ano ba yung elegant? Medyo parang, okay, ganun. Yan yung mga movements. So it's not too heavy, right? So that translates to your right hand. Okay? So try it right now, elegant. Elegant stroke. A little bit lighter on the stroke, bright, and try mo i-control talaga with your grip. Okay? Remember to cue and yung posture mo. Okay, now, better sound. Okay? Better sound. Okay, medyo naglag lang ng konti, but we'll ignore that. Okay? Now, let's focus on your left hand. Now, always remember, itong left hand and right hand natin, related to each other. Okay? So, left hand, vibrato. Remember vibrato? Right now, we don't focus on shifting. We focus on vibrato for now. Put a little bit of vibrato. I want to hear that. Okay? Naglalag ba ako, Lian? Hello? Medyo nawawala ka. Okay, medyo bumalik ka na.
Slow.
It's okay.
Ayan.
Alright. Alright, so try it again now with vibrato. Okay, very good. Okay, that's better. Sound-wise, I like the quality now. Ha? Vibrato mo, nawawala. Ha? Bakit? Non-stop vibrato. This was good. And once you got here, biglang namatay. Ha? You got too confident. Always remember, all notes are equal. All notes are important. Okay? So, now, write this down. Ha, Lian, write this down. Left hand, diba? Vibrato. Ha? Make sure you listen for the wawa sound. W-A-W-A. Wawa sound. Yan ang wawa. Okay? Basically, in short, yung concept nito is, if I don't hear any wawa, hindi yan vibrato. Okay? So, you can move anything in your body. Yeah, you can do crazy things. Kung wala akong marinig na wawa, that means it's not a vibrato. Okay? Now, to achieve wawa is the roll of your fingertips. Roll of your fingertips. So, it can be a minimal. Kailangan may wawa, iba-ibang frequency. Merong high, merong low. Okay? So now, when you start this again, kailangan yung fingertips mo talagang nagro-roll. Okay? I don't need a crazy movement in your hand. I need you to have a wawa. Okay? Can you try to listen for that wawa when you play? And remember, when you're focused in the left hand, yung right hand natin nagsaselos. Hindi ka napapansinin yan and kung ano nung gagawin. Okay? So when you're focusing on the left hand, right hand, kailangan focus pa rin sa right hand. Okay? Can you try it again? Yeah, now focus on the wawa. Wawa sound. Better. Okay, keep going. Sorry. That's better. What happened, Lian? Biglang wala na yung vibrato. Ha? Ang ganda na dito. Ha? Sabi ko, wow, okay ah. Biglang. No! Ha? Very pretty sound, elegant. Okay, can you start from... And confidence, ha? Right hand, kailangan alam na alam mo yung kung anong gusto mo. If you want bright there, it should be bright. Okay? Try from there. Okay? Alright. So, teka. Medyo naglag eh. Sorry ah. Medyo nawawala-wala. Okay. So, that was much better. Narinig ko naman, pero naglag. Okay? So, starting here. So, let's talk about bakit out of tune ka doon. Okay? So, let's go back to the left hand column. Remember, meron tayong shifting, may vibrato, and hand frame. Darating tayo sa hand frame ngayon. Ha? Hand frame relates to the position of your fingers in the fingerboard. Okay? So anong position 'yan? You use third finger, right? Okay, so anong position 'yan? Yes. Correct. Fourth position. So kailangan anticipate. Okay, I have to go to the fourth position now. Okay? Medyo nalilate ka doon, kaya out of tune. And also, you need to designate your first finger na nasa fourth position ka kagad doon. Okay? Alright. So, try it again and really anticipate that entrance. Okay? You can start anywhere before that. Before na-na-na-nan, you can start here. That's better, okay? Alright, stop. That's better. Medyo mataas lang. So, let's go back to the hand frame again. Okay? Hand frame also means ready to make lapag. Write this down. Ready to make lapag. Okay? So, ang ready to make lapag, kailangan is 2, 3, 4. So, this would be a bad hand frame. If you're trying for reach for each fingers. Kailangan ready to make lapag. So here, when you're practicing at home, you need to make sure na alam mo kung saan yung third finger, yun na G. Okay? But we don't have to focus on that right now. Okay? Just write that down. Ready to make lapag. Hand frame. Kasi if you have a good hand frame, you have a better chance of getting a good intonation. Okay? You set up yourself. You're preparing for danger. You're preparing for tragedy, lalo sa mahirap na section. Pag ready to make lapag, you're ready for any kind of disaster. Okay? Especially when it's hard. Okay, now let's go to your right hand again. Ta-na-na-na. Why does it sound like this? I'm gonna exaggerate. It sounds so much pressure. Okay? You need to balance it out. So a little bit lighter and then vibrato. Okay? So, never like this. Tanggalin mo na yung sound na parang plain lang. Iba-ibang bow pressure. And I would suggest you go towards the top note for now. So, really aim for that. And then, okay, so a little bit lighter on the bow and then nice vibrato, wawa. So a little bit wider vibrato. Can you try it? Okay, stop. Okay, first finger you don't vibrate. I see your hand moving but you don't vibrate. Remember, wawak. It doesn't count as a vibrato if I don't hear wawa. Okay? And also, really make sure yung right hand mo talagang planado. Good phrasing. Wag lang down bow, up bow, down bow, up bow. You're already advanced enough to really listen for your sound and go towards the... So that means yung bow mo, wag mo masyadong habaan right away. Should be open pero kailangan planado. So, bow distribution. Okay? Can you try it again? Make sure right hand not too much pressure. That's better, okay? Now, medyo tinipid yung vibrato sa... Dito, kailangan yan yung sweetest. Remember, you aim for that note. Your right hand did it, but your vibrato did go for it. So, wider vibrato there. Okay? Okay, here, Lian, you're too serious here. You're too serious. Remember, fun. Kahit mahirap, you should smile and have fun with the piece. Okay? So, let's say here, one place na pwedeng mas playful. Diba? Pagdating dito, a little bit shorter. Ang cute. You should see my dogs. Kailangan ganun yung itsura nila. Ay, ganun yung tunog. Kasing cute nila. Ha? Dito, mga gestures na yan. Don't just play it as... So, a little bit more playful there. Okay, can you try it? Sa section na yan. That's better! Okay, now, let's skip. Okay? So far, what do we have? Lian, what do you have in your notes? What do you have so far?
To make sure I put my violin higher and put the scroll away and stay in character and with more vibrato and better vocal.
Okay, that's good. Alright, so tandaan mo lagi yon. When you're playing, always remember to have the left, right, and posture in check. Okay? And then now, can you start from... Okay, can you start there? So, I'll give you a clue. Sudden change of character here. Changes of character. Meron ding... yun mas relax. Okay, so try it right now here. Remember, wawa. Okay, can you try it from there? Lian, you're not mixing your right hand and left hand. It's not good sound. What I'm hearing, I'm gonna exaggerate, is... No. A little bit lighter. One more time. Keep going. Okay, here. Okay, so now let's talk about your right hand here. So, lighter here, diba? That's good. Pero pagdating mo sa... Here, you need to be compact. Compact yung stroke mo. Don't use too much bow. And don't... Kailangan may core yung sound mo. So, a little bit more pressure. Pero huwag masyadong maraming bow para hindi ka na-delay sa right hand mo. Okay? Can you try it again from... Keep going. Tanda mo. Brighter sound. Open up here. Open up here and vibrato. Kailangan ano yan? Kailangan talaga maluwag. Okay, here, yung right hand mo masyadong ano ulit, you're digging too much. So, remember vibrato, when I say vibrato, that doesn't mean you press more. Magkaiba yan. So, left hand and right hand stays the same. Kailangan lighter pa rin. Okay, one more time. going, keep going, keep going. Oh, vibrato, vibrato. Yan, you need more vibrato. Ha? Tunog ano naman? Lahat may vibrato. I will tell you pag sobra na. I will be the first one to tell you na it's too much vibrato. Okay? Wawa. Try from there. Okay, here. Lian, that's better. Now you get here in this section. This one is all about singing. Can you try to sing this section for me with your voice? Okay? Can you try to sing it?
What part?
Ito. Okay. That's not bad. Okay? So, the way you're singing it, always remember, yung sounds natin, may vowels yan. May a, e, i, o, u. Ha? For this one, I want o. Ha? You never want to sound ibang sound yon. So, rounder. And don't use too much yung dot. Huwag masyadong, don't make it too short. I don't want... naging military. Okay? Need to make it delicate. Ha? Kailangan yung sound mo with vibrato and round sound. Sa right hand manggagaling yon yung quality ng sound. So, don't press too much. Okay? And make sure sing. Okay? Try from there. Don. Okay, Lian. That's much better. Okay? Much better. If there's one thing that you should focus on working is the right hand. Ha? Make sure yung quality of sound talagang iba-iba. Okay? And don't just do a down bow and up bow. Kailangan may meaning. May meaning yung down bow and up bows mo. So again, let's go back to knowing what we want. Okay? Yan ang pinaka-importante. So pagdating mo sa to, do you want this to be sweet or angry? Sweet or angry?
Sweet.
Okay, alright. So, sweet, diba? So, once you know na gusto mo yung sweet yung section na to, kailangan mag-translate yan sa right hand bow right away. Okay? So, that means, walang movements na... I'm exaggerating. That's not how you play. But I'm gonna exaggerate. That means sweet, right? Okay? So now that you know it's sweet, make sure right hand is sweet and left hand is also sweet. Okay? Try it right now. And listen to your sound. Much better. Okay, Lian? Okay? That's something you can work with. Record yourself and really make sure sweet yung sound. Ha? Ganyan ang process. You need to enjoy the process. Ha? With me, I don't like watching myself, actually, when I perform. But I have to. Kasi I should be the biggest critic of myself. Kahit na, out of tune, ganyan. That's how you know. That's how you know your weaknesses and strength. So, sa part na yan, if you watch yourself, or if you watch this masterclass, Naka-record naman tayo. You need to make sure na, okay, so we decided the sweet yan, but it doesn't sound sweet. So you need to find out ways how to make it sweet. So mostly sa right hand. And then vibrato complements the right hand. Okay, never rely on just the vibrato. Okay, that's also not good. Pinaka-importante ng colors is the right hand. Okay, bright sound, angry, happy, iba-ibang characters sa right hand manggagaling. Okay, now let's skip to to your cadenza. Okay? Okay, double stops. Okay, let's talk about double stops. Write this down, double stops. Okay? Double stops relates to hand frame. Yan ang pinaka-importante, hand frame. Why? Kasi, yung 2, 3, 4 mo, na fingers, 2, 3, 4, kailangan ready to make lapag. Right? Emphasize ko yun kahit single notes pa lang kasi once you do double stops, dun mo makikita talaga yung capabilities ng left hand mo na ready to make lapag and yung hand frame mo. So, look. I will never play this as parang separate. It's like one motion. Okay, together with the shifting. But right now, so for your cadenza, if you apply that to your cadenza, lahat nandyan na ready to make lapag. So 2, 4. And then second position, hand frame. Okay? So, make sure na talagang ready and alam mo kung saang position ka pag nagdo-double stops ka. And one thing that you should pay attention is your fourth finger. Write this down. Fourth finger, sometimes it's a little bit on the low side kasi sanay siya sa half steps. Okay? And sometimes yung motion natin sa double stops is whole step. So, for instance, so yung 4 ko medyo naka-stretch out yan kasi whole step. It's not A flat. So you need to work on a little bit of stretching sa fourth finger mo. Anyway, let's try to play the first 3 bars of that cadenza and pay attention to how you're using your hand frame. Okay? Let me hear it. Bravo! Okay? That's very good. Okay? Now, ganyan ang pagpapractice. Pay attention to your left hand. Now, yung right hand mo. Try to make sure na legato talaga siya. But, don't forget yung ano yung ginawa mo just now sa left hand mo. Remember, seloso tong dalawang to, left hand and right hand. If you focus on the right hand, yung left hand mo kung ano nung gagawin yan. Okay? So, now try to be legato. Okay? With the left hand that you just did now. Okay? Legato. Okay, not bad. Now, and also don't be so down on yourself. I mean, that's why you practice. Okay? Don't be like, oh, pangit. I can feel it already. When you have that kind of energy, you're already ruining your confidence. Okay? Just make sure you're focused. Okay? So if you mess up, that's okay. So start again from here. And then go to the frog. Okay? Don't just stay in one place. So let me show you. And then go up to here. So that's called bow distribution. You're planning to go towards the frog. So you're planning it. Distributing your bow very well. Okay, try it again. make sure you go to the front. Confidence, yung energy mo. Nagiging ano ka, you need to overcome that obstacle. Okay? It's not, don't look at it as, hirap, double stop. No. Just play it. Okay? Pay attention to what I'm telling you. One more time. Very good. Okay? Very good. Now, one last request. Posture. Taas mo to. Especially if you're going towards the higher position. Okay? Never go down this way. And also when it gets hard, don't go like this. Okay? Okay? Yun yung tendency nating violinist. It's not just you. It's also me. Sometimes when it's hard, I go down like this. Okay? But it's the other way around. You need to make sure nandito. Lalo na pag mataas yung position. Okay? One more time. Much better! That's much better. Now, you need to incorporate vibrato. Kala mo nakawala ka na sa vibrato dahil double stops. Now, you need to make sure may vibrato. Okay? It's already becoming better. So, and then vibrato here. Ganun din, wawa. May vibrato. And also, make sure you go to the front. Okay? One last time. Let me hear it. Bravo! That's it. Okay? So, now, of course, we're not gonna go over the entire cadenza. But that's the process. What we did now is like 5% of how you should practice. That's why I call it diagnosis. You need to know the problem. You need to know the weakness. Okay? So I give you 3 things: left, right, and posture. Yan lang yung related sa left hand mo. Sa hand pala, sorry, sa hand. Okay? Brain we didn't even talk about yet. Brain, hand, and heart. But now I want you to focus on your technique a little bit more. When you're practicing, and make sure na talagang you're utilizing your right hand. Maluwag yung right hand lagi. Okay? When you're practicing, okay, everything, when you play something slowly, it's the slow-mo or instant replay ng actual. So, let's say magpa-practice ako ng gusto kong pay attention sa intonation ko sa beginning. Right? I'm not gonna slow it down and play it like this. You know, you practice it slowly para lang bagalan. No, it needs to have meaning. So if you're gonna practice slowly, you need to make sure na yun yung, kahit yung energy nandun pa rin. So what I'm gonna do is, may vibrato pa rin. May vibrato pa rin. Nice right hand. The only time that you're not gonna use vibrato is if you tell yourself or your teacher, sabihin, wag ka muna mag-vibrato dyan. But the rest, kailangan may vibrato lagi. And I'm not asking you, don't get this misconception na pag vibrato, ganito yung tunog. That's not it. That's not what I'm asking. What I'm asking is different variety and frequency of vibrato. So this, remember our wawa, kahit maliit lang yung wawa, that's a vibrato. It can be wide. That's a vibrato. Okay? So if you're gonna play iba-ibang frequency. And then the right hand, also different kinds of right hand. Okay? Any questions so far, Lian?
I have, I think the hardest part that I found in the first movement is I can't, like, I don't know how to fix my left hand there.
Okay, so look, let's go back to the left-hand column. Okay? So, hand frame. Make sure alam mo kung nasan ka talaga. Third position, right? Teka, saan ba yun? Sa, ano ba yun? Sa cadenza, right? Okay.
First move.
Yes, yes. So, can you play the section for me so I can play it? Okay. So, what I would do is practice it in rhythm with rhythms. So, kasi ngayon yung problem mo is hindi siya pantay. Ha? Hindi siya pantay. Kailangan ta 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 ta, ta, right? That's the goal. So first is you need to make sure na pantay siya. So you achieve that by doing rhythms. If you're doing that already, do more. Okay? And then do the opposite. Ha? Para pag tinugtog mo na normal, mas pantay na siya. The rhythm. Okay? So that's first. And then now, yung position ng hands mo. Remember, ready to make lapag. The way you just played it now, you're looking for everything. It's like this. That's not good. What we want is good hand frame, ready to make lapag. So look, if I'm gonna play it, can you play it again? Sorry, let me hear it. Okay? If it's like that, yung movements lang left hand ko, very minimal lang. Look. Ha? Napansin mo, I'm not moving so much. Like this. So that's number 2. Hand frame, ready to make lapag. So that means if you play this slowly, you need to anticipate yung mga changes. Ha? Sa left hand, alamin mo kung saan pupunta yung fourth finger and third finger mo. Okay? And don't move so much. Yung first finger mo yung thumb and first finger mo, kailangan fix na siya sa third position. Okay? And one last thing is the string crossing. That's usually the last thing or one of the biggest thing na talagang nakakagulo. Kasi it's a little bit in the awkward string crossing. And remember, if you focus only on the right hand, yung left hand mo, magsiselos. Okay? So, yung left hand mo, hindi niya na alam mo yung gagawin niya if you just focus on the right hand dahil nga sa string crossing. So, yan, you can also practice it with rhythm, but also, when you do a string crossing, write this down, string crossing is, pag dalawang string lang, it should be minimal. And yung string crossing, it's not it's not elbow. Remember, not elbow. You start with arm. Arm and this. Itong part na to. So, kung magsi-string crossing ako, look. Ito yung nagdadala, hindi yung elbow. This should be the one pulling and then yung elbow mo sasama lang. Kasi if you start with the elbow, that's too much movement. And that's not the right way to do string crossing. Okay? So, that's the third thing. Yung string crossing mo, kailangan hindi masyado magulo rin. Okay? Anyway, any more questions, Lian? Lana? Okay, for fingerings and or bowings, just send me your part and I'll write down my suggestions if you need. Okay, Lian? But anyway, keep working hard. Very good. Okay, keep practicing and I hope I hear you again sometime. Okay, Lian? You're welcome. Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you, Sir Dio. Thanks, Lian.
Thank you then. Thank you everyone.